Well, hello there and welcome. My name's Paul. This is my scene. This is my reaction to Once Upon a Time, Season 1, Episode 14, Dreamy. Now, the last episode surprised me because of the character development with Catherine slash Princess Abigail. Until that episode, I'd found both characters to be a minor annoyance. They were just kind of there, and for the most part, they irritated me. And then we had what happened to Frederick, and well, that is how to turn a character for somebody that's a minor annoyance into somebody that I care about and have a lot of respect for, especially Princess Abigail. She went from somebody that I can't be bothered with to off the scale respect because of what she did and her whole mentality, and even helping not David James to find his true love and her finding hers, and it was wonderfully written, I think. So from this point on, I've got the utmost respect for her. Now, Catherine, our world counterpart, she's gone from being a minor annoyance to somebody that I have a great deal of sympathy for, and I'm certainly, in terms of the events of the last one, I was very much on her side, because I think David did the wrong thing. I think now he knows how to lose two girls in one go. But I knew he was told be truthful completely, but he chose not to, and that played into Regina's hands. So, but we've ended up with Catherine trying to leave to go to Boston and predictably crashing the car. I thought it would break down, but she's, by the looks of it, she's crashed. Although she's disappeared, well, she's not behind the wheel, so where she is, I don't know. Her car's being discovered by what certainly looks like Frederick's Storybook counterpart. Don't know his name yet, and I hope she's okay. So, right, moving on to Dreamy. Dreamy. That makes me think of dwarfs, but Dreamy is not one of the dwarfs that I'm aware of. I think my brother used to have, years and years ago, he had cuddly toy versions of all of the seven dwarfs, and he could name them all easily and identify them. It was almost like he knew them personally. But I can't. I struggle. I'm like grumpy, sneezy, bashful, dopey, Doc. I don't remember a Dreamy, so maybe it's not a dwarf, and I think we are down to 7 now, because Stealthy was 8, and when he died, that then one of them says, now we are 7. So I'm figuring Dreamy's not a dwarf, unless some of the dwarfs have got slightly different names in this show. I don't know, but again, I'm probably miles off track. But let's find out. The blue fairy. The pink fairy.
Easy! Oh.
Clumsy pink fairy.
Sorry.
Hello.
Careful. Careful. I'll still be picking up dust?
Trainee.
I
Okay.
thought I'd be a fairy godmother by then. Oh, Nova. You really are a dreamer.
Nova.
Your journey is just beginning.
Oh, she's a
Can you
dream.
make it home from the mines with all the dust safe? Okay.
So Nova is a dreamer. Does that mean the episode's about her? She is dreamy, maybe. But the Blue Fairy mentioned the mines, which also suggests dwarfs, so...
What, you want to volunteer?
I want to leave, sister. You're blocking the door.
Of course. If you wanted to help, it could really be a...
Oh, yeah, right. Quite a team we'd make. Town harlot, town drunk. The only person in this town that people like less than me is you.
I've never been a homewrecker before.
It's gonna blow over. You made a mistake with David. It happens. But you don't have to do charity to try to win people's hearts back.
Well, I have to do something. And this is the best I can do.
Maybe, but...
I've ruined my life.
Someone once told me, you can do anything as long as you can dream it.
You really think so?
There's a
Sure.
certain element of truth to
Look
that. I think.
how easily you fix those lights. I bet you could do anything.
Catherine Nolan. She's MIA.
Catherine Nolan, whose husband very publicly left her.
Yeah,
I mean, the story
the
writes
same.
itself. If I get a scoop like that, the Daily Mirror would have no choice but to take me back.
Calm down, Tiger. You don't work for Regina anymore. Catherine got accepted to law school
Yeah, he
in
does.
Boston. Maybe after David dumped her, she decided to leave town. Car broke down, she hitched the rest of the way. That's what I would do if I was running away from my problems.
And would you leave your clothes in the car?
Who was the woman I saw?
What woman?
The one I saw right before I hatched.
The pink
She was
fairy.
beautiful. I want to see her again.
You must be dreaming.
He likes it in both
There are no
worlds.
female dwarfs. Dwarfs don't fall in love. Dwarfs don't get married.
This one does.
Dwarfs don't have children. This is your team.
Aye ho.
These are your brothers.
Aye ho.
Everyone,
It's up to
grab an
work we
axe.
go.
It'll give you your dwarf name.
Grumpy. Dreamy.
The axe never lies, Dreamy. Okay, folks, grab a lantern and move out.
Okay.
Today is the first day of the rest of your lives.
So
Welcome to the mines.
I was kind of right about a dwarf called Dreamy, but I know him as Grumpy, definitely.
The rent is due next week. And the only income we have are these candles.
Well, so how many do you need to sell?
Like 1,000.
How many did you sell last year?
42.
Ask your landlord to take a break.
Mr. Gold doesn't offer much leeway.
Mr. Gold, your landlord?
If we miss
my
a payment, we're
God.
out. And then he'll reassign us, and we'll have to leave Storybrooke.
No, you won't. You know why you only sold 42 last year? Because you didn't have me.
I haven't spoken to her since I ended things. Then I came home yesterday and all her things were gone. I assumed she was going to Boston. That's what she told me.
That's what she was doing.
Am I a suspect or something?
No. I know when people are telling the truth, David, and you
What
are.
is that?
She hasn't even been gone 24 hours. She's not even technically missing. But if she is, trust me, I will find her.
I'm an idiot. All I ever wanted was to be a fairy godmother. That was my dream, but
You got a bit to
I
go.
can't even pick up fairy dust alone. I'm so clumsy.
No, you're not. I think you'd make a great fairy godmother.
Really?
You really think so?
Her heart's in the
I
right
believe
place,
you can do
but...
anything you want, as long as you can dream it.
Ooh, parallels.
Have you ever been to see the fireflies?
I barely ever get out in the mines.
Like a
I
date.
heard it's beautiful. That they come out just after sunset on Firefly Hill. I was going to see them tonight on my way back.
Oh, sounds fun.
Go on, do it.
Have a good time.
No!
Hi, we're selling candles for Miners' Day.
No.
We're not interested.
Yeah, go home, Mary Margaret.
not in his head, it's in his heart.
Oh, hi.
You're in love.
Oh, that's impossible.
Favorite.
Well, dwarfs can't fall in love.
Trust me. I know love, and you're in it.
All she talked about was going to see some fireflies, not loving me.
It's a date.
What did she tell you about these fireflies?
That she was going to go see them on the hilltop tonight. That she heard they were the most beautiful sight in all the land.
Invitation.
What?
She wasn't telling you about the fireflies. She was inviting you to go be with her.
Yep. I wonder if his name's going to change to Grumpy when it transpires that he can't be with her. Maybe.
You nuns are going to be real busy making candles. Because me and Mary Margaret just sold them all. You're not losing the convent. You're not going anywhere.
Get her face. Oh, how'd you get out of that one?
Get a boat. Sail all over. Explore everything the world has to offer.
Same plan.
Oh, look!
Ah. Pretty. Oh. Hello.
Okay, let's do it. Tomorrow night, after I drop off the dust, let's meet back here. We'll run off together.
Run away. It's not gonna work.
See the world.
Sounds like a dream come true. You don't even have to pay me anything. Just forgive 1 month's rent for the nuns.
The nuns.
You can have the boat. They'll pay you back eventually. I mean, it's a good deal. You get everything.
So that's what this is about.
It is actually.
Come on, you're a
It's
rich
all
guy. You
right.
can afford to give him time to make up 1 month's, right?
You're right, I could.
So great.
But I won't.
No, you would.
I didn't sell them all.
Didn't sell any.
I tried to, but nobody wanted to buy them from me. I was going to tell you the truth, but I was afraid of letting you down.
Nobody wanted to buy them from Mary Margaret.
I'm sorry, Astrid. Guess you believed in the wrong guy.
He said he didn't speak to her that day.
Then he's lying.
No. I know when
No.
someone is lying, and David...
It's right here on paper, Emma. Phone records don't lie. People do. And our friend David does it better
They've
than
been
most.
doctored.
Don't beat yourself up over this. You're not the only person David fooled.
Stealthy.
You know, if you wanted to sneak out, should have come to me.
Yeah, he would have got you out easy.
You're leaving us? Without even saying goodbye?
But things change when you fall in love. Suddenly,
Yeah, they do.
anything seems possible.
Well, at least they've been good about it.
The two of you run away together, it will not end well. Nova will lose her wings.
Yeah.
But if you return to the mines, and if you allow Nova to become the fairy that she was meant to be, the two of you will bring untold joy to the world. Nova can be
You
a
just-
great fairy
Not together.
if you let her.
What about your good memories?
What do you mean?
Yeah, focus on those.
Didn't you have moments with him that you love? Do you regret them?
No, of course not.
Isn't that what life's about?
Yes, absolutely.
If I had the dream, I'm sorry to say it wasn't worth it.
It will
Sitting
be.
here drinking won't end this pain.
It will be worth it.
Well.
I can only think of one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get my moment.
Whoa, what?
Not
My
an
word is
announcement.
What matters is I can't stand in the way of your happiness.
You're my happiness. I love you. Don't you love me?
Yeah.
I'm a dwarf. I can't love.
Here you are, Dreamy.
Yeah.
It's grumpy now.
Dreamy was better. A better way to be. So how did he manage to pull this off?
Here you go.
Just by breaking the lights. I don't get it. Oh yeah, because you need the candles for light, obviously. I'm so stupid sometimes.
$5,000. Piece of cake.
You sold them all?
Yeah.
I had a little help.
You did it.
You made it happen.
You have no idea.
I need you to come to the sheriff's station with me and tell me everything.
I'm sorry, I thought I already did.
So did I.
Oh, this is what Regina wants. Doesn't look good at all. Ay, 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 ay. Well. So, that was Dreamy. I really enjoyed that. It was good. Now, I think we had a lot of delving into a bit of character development and things, with especially with Leroy and Grumpy, or previously known as Dreamy. So we're introduced to Nova, a pink fairy, who's apparently a trainee under the blue fairy. Okay, and ultra clumsy. Hilariously clumsy, I think. And then she develops a kind of bond with Dreamy, who's just been born. Well, a year after he was born, I suppose. But, so that must have been set quite a long time ago in terms of chronology, because if that's, he's just been born there. Stealthy was still around, so it's obviously pre the episode where they met Snow White. Now, I like the whole concept of what, in a sense, is unrequited love in both worlds. Although unrequited's the wrong way to put it. It is felt on both sides, but they're just unable to do anything about it, to make it proper, make it real. So it's not it. That unrequited love is when someone doesn't return your love, but in this case, that's not how it is. So I don't know what you would call that. Unattainable love, maybe, on the part of both of them. In one world, because he's a dwarf and their duty, their whole purpose in life is to be born and work in the mines, and the fairy's duty and purpose is to train to become a fairy and to do what fairies do and eventually become a fairy godmother. So, right. And then in Storybrooke, we've got Leroy and Astrid with a very, very mutual kind of admiration, almost love, certainly from Leroy's perspective. And it's unattainable because she's a nun. And although that you could get around that, though, I suppose, over time, because I mean, Maria did it with Georg von Trapp. So Maria was a nun, and she managed to have a relationship eventually because she left the order. I don't think Astrid will do that, though. It's not going to happen. I think they'll just develop a very close friendship, and I hope that happens because it's nice to see. And Leroy is one of my favourite characters, Leroy / Grumpy. In the few times we've actually seen it, he really made an impact on me because I like his wisdom and his motivation of others. He was wonderful in the episode where he met Snow White, and he was again wonderful here, finding his own way to succeed in selling the candles and deliver on the promise that he'd made Astrid. So he's very much, and also his advice to Mary Margaret to just remember, focus on the good things, focus on the good memories rather than on negative stuff. Now, that is fabulous advice. It's extremely wise and is absolutely the best way to be. So for me, him as a character in both worlds is absolutely one of my favourites. I like him a lot, and I hope I see a lot more of him. Although not too much, because obviously too much is, then you get bored with people. But then we have the whole issue of this apparent setup. I think it's a setup. Maybe it's not. Maybe David is being economical with the truth. But I don't think so. I think David is being truthful, and Regina's been doing something behind the scenes. I think she's behind not behind the crash, because the crash would have happened anyway, but I think she's more than likely behind the disappearance of Catherine, and she's stirring things up so that it makes it look like David is responsible. So he's now been not arrested, but he's been invited to join Emma at the station for a little chat. So we'll see what comes of that. Now, but the mystery still remains about where is Catherine and what's up with that, basically. So with that, I'll just leave that here. And this show just keeps getting stronger and stronger. I think that's two episodes in a row that I thought were really, in particular, very, very strong, very good. And I hope it continues. I'm very much looking forward to the next one. And with that, I'll just say, you know what to do. Go down there, like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you fancy. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.